the first time it allowed a person to travel further than 15 miles from their house in a day, allowed people to get together easier, visit each other. Five, 4, 3, 2.
This is a solemn but a glorious hour. I only wish that Franklin D. Roosevelt had lived to witness this day. General Eisenhower informs me that the forces of Germany have surrendered to the United Nations. The flags of freedom fly all over Europe.
The building of a house in one day is shown during the next 45 seconds by stop-motion photography. These are the 36 men who built this house. Another day, another 40 houses.
If this 13% of the nation's families do build, there will be an unheard of market, 4 million new homes. If the predictions of private interests and government agencies are correct, we can realistically expect to build over 1 million homes a year.
And now let's go to Levittown, a modern garden community in Long Island, New York. A community designed for modern living. And here we find another authority, Mr. Norman Denny, Vice President for Materials of Levitt & Sons, builders of Levittown. Mr. Denny, we see that you're using asbestos cement siding on your homes. Can you tell us why?
Yes.
You'll find a scene like this in nearly every village, town, and city throughout the country. For in the hopes and dreams of everyone, there's a home they can call their own. Home brings a sense of security to a man. And to every woman, her home means a setting for gracious living.
And, oh, darling, it's going to be just perfect.
And what they like, we like.
Social life is mainly confined to visits with the neighbors. Occasionally, there are community-wide events, but it's too early yet for most residents to become identified with the broader aspects of community living. This is Levittown, Pennsylvania. A new suburban community of 60,000 people midway between Philadelphia and Trenton, New Jersey.
Just perfect.
The Myers home is modestly furnished, and their late model family car was bought on time. They're very close to the Levittown norm, except in one respect. William Myers, Jr. and his family are Negroes in an all-white community.
And there's one thing I'm not going to do without. Wall-to-wall carpeting.
You're aware that a Negro family has moved into Levittown.
Yes, I heard about it.
What was your reaction?
Dynamite. Dynamite.
A major factor is fear.
Because the average white person living in Levittown has 4 and 5 children. Well, let's put it this way. If the Levittown is migrated in hordes of Negroes, which they have a right to come here, but if something that happens that way, pretty soon my neighbor will be having a Negro son-in-law or a daughter-in-law. How would that look?
Levittowners sum it up for themselves.
I don't think you can take a middle of the stand here. Either you're for them or against them.
I've taken a stand for peace and nonviolence and no intimidation of the Myerses.
I don't have any prejudice against colored. It's just that I wouldn't like to have one as a neighbor.
I don't think you can take a middle of the stand here. Either you're for them or against them.
I've taken a stand for peace and nonviolence and no intimidation of the Myerses.
I don't think we can take a middle of the stand here.
Either you're for them or against them. It's just that I would like to have one as a neighbor.
And I believe that there's not one whose color is white or black. This is a good citizen. Just that I wouldn't like to have one as a neighbor.
I don't think you can take a middle of the stand right. I know better than against them.
They're as good as I am.
I've taken a stand for saying
I believe that a good neighbor
is one whose color is white. Just that I would like to have one as a neighbor.
Mr. Myers,
I believe that
The quiet revolution continues as a great industry provides better homes for modern American living.
Dynamite. Dynamite.
I don't think you can take a middle of the stand here. Either you're for them or against them.
I've taken a stand for peace and nonviolence and no intimidation of the Myerses.
I don't have any prejudice